to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Come on, set. Give him touch the outlaw. No chance.
And right away, he lost the football. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Pittsburgh. You must be dreaming.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones operating from the gun. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line. Here we go. Time to end it. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
From the midfield strike, they look to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it couldn't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Check 24, check 24. General West.
Ready? On first down, Stidham. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Stidham. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Orbit.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Corey Vedvik now set to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Run your job. Off. 52.
Jones now from the gun. He'll throw. And it's complete. Henry And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 21 yards there on third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here's Jones. Throwing again on second and 10. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Mark 52. Man out. 52's the mark, boy.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. And a 49er first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing wrong football. Slam.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
53 is the mark. I got one.
Now Stidham at first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Here's Stidham. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Kill.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Mike by two. Switch up.
On second and 7, Jones. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 7 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Jones off the play fake. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
On third down, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Three. Mike 52. Echo. Field.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Well, he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Down. 60 more. Watch block. 96 is coming. We know Mike 96. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Stidham completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Here we go. Set. AT Gator. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now it's Stidham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
We'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Here's Jones throwing on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now it's Stidham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Let's go. 8-3. And Alpha. Any weapon. Check 53.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. It's caught here by Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards, first down Niners.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Breida on a toss left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now it's Breida. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up third down.
Down. 60 outlaw. Too little.
Stidham, third down from the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Crunch. Shift. Watch the shift. Showing up. Showing up. Check 43. Pilot, 64. Weak. Let go.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Stidham to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
We play to win. Let's go.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now a give to Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Out of the gun, Stidham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go counter with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Snap.
Stidham sets to throw on 1st. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Kill. Pick that. 6-6. Pull it high.
To throw is Stidham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the 3rd quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the 2nd half.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm here all day.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. He gets it to Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6 and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, watch that. Line 54. I smell fear in that offense.
Jones to throw on third down. And Cooks has it over the middle. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
22 yards there, a first down.
Let's see what you got. 52's Mike.
On first down, Jones. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
We got 4. We got 4. Where's 52? Watch 52.
To try again after the sack. Jones. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it third down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. The Rams on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and a mile. Now Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Push him back. Push him back.
Jones now. Going on fourth down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
25, check 25.
They run with Breda. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and you stop that clock. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Double up. Protein spill. Fight.
On third down, Stidham. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted him or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take the knee.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And it is no good. So maybe a little final act of mercy there. And that's how this one ends. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for San Francisco, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action.